Welcome back to Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons. My name is David Ashbaugh, your Dungeon Master, and boys, it is episode 10! David, Darren, and Alex, and Darren is apparently hacking up a lung at the moment because, you know, he's got asthma.
Yes,
yes. First asthma of the day hits hard.
First asthma of the day. Don't worry, there'll be more asthma to come.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling, guys, I'm going to have a couple asthma attacks in this episode. Just, you know.
All right, so last episode, of course, you guys set sail on the high seas after collecting some armor pieces. You all, I believe, increased your armor class. David, you got your Slayer emblazoned chainmail armor, and then you set sail.
Slayer!
On, what was it? What was the the Unsinkable 4, I believe you named the...
Never Sinks 4.
Never Sinks 4. You named the ship.
And guess what happened?
The ship sank. You found your way into a storm. You tried to maneuver the ship through the storm. Shit went sideways. All of a sudden, you found yourselves in combat on deck with a water elemental. Unfortunately, that water elemental decided to slip beneath the deck planks into the lower levels, punched a hole in the front of the ship, which then promptly sank. And the last time we heard from our adventurers, they were sinking beneath the waves, and an inky blackness overtook them, and that is where we find ourselves now. But, boys, like I said, it's episode 10. We made it to double digits.
Yay!
So, being as how it is episode 10, our dude dialogue today will be a question of what has been your favorite part of this campaign so far. And let's go to Darren for the first answer.
I think probably the episode, we've had good like belly laughs in each episode, but I think the episode that had me in tears from laughter was Alex fucks a troll in episode 3, or attempts to, rather. That entire just foaming at the lips to get it on was just, that's when I knew we were kind of getting onto something. You could tell we were all loosening up by then. Our audio increased in its quality. Was just like, yeah, that was the moment for me. One of my favorites.
That's not the only thing I was getting on.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
All right, let's go to Alex. Alex, that seems like a proper segue into your answer.
I've had a lot of fun interacting with Chuck, and I remember we were talking off mic about how much fun I had just being like openly racist towards Chuck, even though he's one of my favorites.
How much fun you've had being openly racist.
Yeah. Well, there's one specific moment where when we were trying to find Chuck in the dungeon, and instead of like making some kind of investigation or whatever, I just loudly said, "I wonder where that little dwarf is," and just followed the sound of his voice to the cell. That was the moment where I really kind of thought to myself, "Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this."
Yeah, that was a great moment.
Yeah. It was. I want to say that was like episode 6.
I believe so, yeah.
But we've had a lot of really fun moments, leading up to this as well. And there are a couple ones that I also want to throw out there, but that is what I'm going to settle on is the interactions with Chuck, and specifically finding him in that dungeon cell. That was, going after the troll, like that was pretty great too. And I'm really glad you brought that up. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Chuck.
Excellent. And David, over to you.
I gotta say, I've been loving the natural 20s against what's-his-face for every performance check I do.
Yeah, the 2 nat 20s again. His name is Riz Bonnaroo, okay? You give it respect. You put respect on that name.
I give no time to opening acts.
I can't believe that. Like that last episode where he was, trying to get money out of Captain Caesar, and you just stood up and looked at him menacingly, and then rolled a nat 20 on intimidation.
Yeah, looked at the guy, loot started sparkling with lightning, and the guy was just like, nah, and ran away.
So good.
Yeah, so I've been loving that. I just know it's going to come to an end at some point, though. Those nat 20s are not a forever
Don't
thing.
worry, I have a plan for when you roll a nat 1 on performance, and it's going to be great.
Oh no. Your concert at Rockwhite though was one of my highlights as well. Like that was a really, really fun moment.
Yeah, that was my follow-up. That was my close second for favorite
Yeah, I
moments.
think honestly, for my favorite moment, all of episode 4 was just a ton of fun in Rockwhite with the games going on. But I will say this: my sister Allison actually is one of our avid listeners. She messages me after every episode is launched, and one of my favorite things is the fact that most of us have never met the rest of the players in real life. I've obviously met Alex, I've met Darren, but Alex has never met Darren.
Yeah.
Alex has never met David. It's a very interesting dynamic, but all three of you seem to have such chemistry right off the bat that it works so well. And that is one of my favorite parts of being able to do this, is the fact that all three of you interact with each other like you've known each other for a long time.
God, could you imagine this show if we were all just like super timid and didn't like each other? That might actually even be more interesting.
Just a bunch of enemies playing D&D with each other.
Yeah, D&D with 5 guys that just fucking hate each other.
But yeah, you guys have great chemistry, despite the fact that, like I said, Alex, Darren, and David, obviously David and Darren, you've got an established friendship. Alex and myself have an established friendship, but it seems to work, and it's really fun.
It ties together very nicely.
Yeah, it's been going very good.
Yeah. All right. So, are you guys ready to find out whether or not you've drowned? And you know what? Actually, roll me new character sheets.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, right? So
nice segue.
Sheets for you.
As is super cliche after a shipwreck, you all awaken on a sandy beach with waves lapping on top of you. The three of you are in the same location, but you're a little bit spread out. You're coughing up water. You're regaining consciousness after what has just happened. However, the captain and the other shipmates are nowhere to be seen. In front of you is a long beach in every direction. Left, right, it's just a beach that extends as far as you can see, and sandy shores on either side. And there's also a very dense looking jungle about 60 feet from the shoreline directly in front of you.
Gross. Where are we? Darrenious, Divad. I don't think that went very well, boys.
Are we all here? Is everybody okay?
Where's my loot?
Yeah, do we have our things? Do we have our things
Yes,
on us?
you still have all your equipment on you.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
thank God! All of our things are still
Has
on us.
anybody seen a lime? Seem to have misplaced a lime.
Actually, I lit just the water's like lapping back and forth, and I just see a lime there, and I bend down and pick it up. Got one.
Oh, thank you. And I catch it and put it back in my inventory. I'm back up to 9.
Okay, this is going to be a thing going forward. Alex and limes. So it's just going to happen.
Yep.
It's one of those things that happens naturally during campaigns that just kind of recurs.
I want a moment where there's a guy, he has 1 HP left, and you just bonk him in the face with it, and you kill a guy.
Someone who's
Throw it at him like a baseball.
their natural weakness is limes, or
the John Wick
they're
of this
allergic to
universe.
citrus or something like that. They just force it down his throat.
Yeah.
Let's establish a
Squeeze it in his
Let's
eyes.
establish a marching order here. Who is left? Who is middle? Who is right?
I'll dibs
The way I'm
middle.
picturing it, I'm on the left.
All right. So Darren left, David middle, Alex right.
Yep.
If that's what I heard correctly. Okay. So
Like having 2 strong boys beside
all three
me.
of you stand up and you start kind of like trudging your way onto the beach. You're confused. You're coughing up salt water, which, if anybody's ever had a mouthful of salt water, it does not taste good.
Oh, it's in my nose. Oh,
All of a sudden, as if they grow or climb out of the sand in front of you, 3 skeletons appear. And
God.
everybody roll initiative.
Oh my God!
I only have 10 health.
10.
13.
9.
All right, and so let's say so what was it? Left to right, Darren, David, Alex. So David, the skeleton in front of you is going to basically point at you. He puts his arm out and points as if making kind of like a finger gun. And then what he does is he rips off his own arm, which then almost immediately regrows. And then he puts his ripped off arm into a bow and uses his ripped off arm as an arrow. And
I just kind of stand there in shock because I'm thinking this is the most brutal thing I've ever seen.
and he is going... What is your AC, David?
It is a 15.
And he hits with his short bow as a 17. And so this skeleton finger impacts you and does 4 damage, 4 piercing damage, I should say. And then he also does 2 necrotic damage to you as this
Damn.
skeleton finger pierces through your chest, doing the piercing damage, and then the skeleton finger does the necrotic damage, and you see just a little bit of almost like black veins coming from the wound.
Okay, I'm going to do a
And-
hellish rebuke on him.
Ooh, I like that.
He
Okay.
points his finger at me, does that, so I point my finger at him, and now he gets surrounded by hellish flames. He needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what's the dex saving throw?
13.
13. And he rolls a 5.
Okay. And it is
So what happens?
3d10.
Roll me some
Fire.
damage.
Ooh, 3d10.
21.
Oh my god! Okay, so after he shoots his arm at you and it's sticking out of your chest, you turn to him, look at him, and he bursts into flames and crumples to the ground.
Yes.
A pile of bones,
Yeah, awesome.
flaming, smoldering, and basically just a pile of charred bones now on the beach. And now we will go to David. It is your turn.
All right, well, took that guy out, and I will now... My Loot of Lightning's still not charged there, right? It's only on long rest.
No, your Loot of Lightning is active. You can use it if you want. It's only if you fail in combat. It takes 3 turns to recharge within the same combat.
Oh,
so
I see.
you can use it, yeah.
Okay, all right, well then, hell yeah. Loot of Lightning Strike to the skeleton on the left.
Skeleton on the left, so the one in front of Darren.
Yes, sure.
All right. Roll me a performance check. You have to succeed
Oh, right,
on
performance.
a 6.
Okay, that wasn't it. Sorry, that was just a regular roll. Performance. Where are you? There you are. Okay. That'd
You'll succeed on a
be
16.
21.
And a 21. And so you activate your Loot of Lightning and send a lightning bolt streaking towards the skeleton in front of Darren. And roll me some damage.
Here we go. 12. Not terrible.
12.
Nice.
And so you hit this skeleton with the lightning strike, and he screams in pain, but he is still standing, and it is now his turn.
Is before we go on here, is using a potion a bonus action or is that a normal action?
What does the potion say? It should tell you.
Oh, that's fair. All
Why
right,
don't you
potion.
read the potion?
As a bonus action. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that quick before my turn ends.
A potion of healing.
Nice.
Yes, my brutal.
All right, roll
potion of
me
healing.
2d4. What is it? +3.
Yes. 2d4. So 6 + 3, 9.
That's not too bad. And you know what, David? Just because you specified it was a brutal heal potion, give yourself an extra HP.
Yeah, brutal.
Brutal.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Brutal.
And so,
Harder to hit.
David, the skeleton you just hit, the one in front of Darren, he's going to run up to you and take a swing with his short sword at you. Darren, what is your AC?
Okay. 15 with my
He
shield.
rolls a 10, so he misses. How do you dodge or deflect this blow?
I see him I see him running up, and I just kind of do like that, pull the shield up in front of me, and I just swing my left arm and kind of smash his sword away.
Perfect. Just a nice little deflection with the shield.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then it is the skeleton in front of Sir Alex. And Alex, he's going to do the same as he did to David. He's going to basically pull his own arm off, or point at you, pull his own arm off, use his own arm as a arrow in his short bow.
Doesn't
And
get any
Alex,
less brutal.
He hits AC 12.
I got an armor class of 15.
So he takes a shot at you. How do you dodge this skeleton arm arrow?
Is it a full dodge that I get to do?
Well, it misses you. So just tell us how you get out of the way or deflect.
Well, what I really want to do is like narrowly dodge it. I want to catch the arm and put it in my own crossbow and attempt to shoot it back at him.
Oh, I like that because you're next. Okay, so you're next up in initiative, and so make me an athletics check.
Athletics check coming right up. Athletics is there. Come on. 5. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Oh.
So, unfortunately, you rolled a nat 1.
I did.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got the +4 there to save me from that, but it's a nat 1, so... Oh, boy. Critical failure.
So, Alex, you tried to grab this arrow out of the air, and even though the skeleton had missed you with his attack, the fact that you rolled a nat 1 while trying to grab it, this arrow impacts your arm,
Ugh.
doing 5 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
And I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Here we go. Oh, I got a 5, and now I'm down to a 4.
no.
Yeah.
And Alex, I would like you to click the poisoned effect on your player sheet.
No! Gotta clear that to see. Okay, poisoned. All right, now I'm poisoned. Ugh.
So, Alex, you are now poisoned. Can you read that to us? What it means?
Poisoned. When you have the poisoned condition, you experience the following effect. Ability checks and attacks are affected. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. I have disadvantage on attack and ability checks.
Yes, and that is all because you tried to catch the arrow. It would have just sailed past you harmlessly, but you wanted to
What
be
are the
fancy.
goddamn style points, and I did not get those.
But, Alex, it is now your
Okay.
turn. And you've got basically a very damaged-looking skeleton in front of Darren, and a very healthy-looking skeleton in front of yourself.
Okay. Healthy guy in front of me.
You're also hurting pretty bad. Alex is down to 6 health.
Can I use my second wind?
Yes, as a bonus action, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Once per short rest, I use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 3 health, which I think is really going to help.
Roll me some healing.
Let's get 1d10.
You just rolled a 1d100. You should be able to...
Oops. Okay.
75.
Yeah.
Nope, it's a 75. Give it to him.
Alex is now indestructible.
Yeah. Okay, so I did it right this time. I got a 4.
So we should
Plus
split
3.
the difference.
Plus 3, yeah.
That's a few less.
Split the 75 and 4. Split the difference
Yeah.
would be like 30.
Something like that, yeah. So 4 and 3.
So Alex gets 7 health back as a bonus action, so you still have an attack action.
Okay. In that case, I am going to. I've got 2 weapon fighting. Nah. I tried to go cute last time. I'm just going to run up to the skeleton, and I'm going to hit him with my short sword.
The one in front
The
of
one
you.
right in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going because he took off his arm, right? So is he only?
It regrew almost immediately.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm going to call my shot here. I'm going to try and cut the skeleton's head clean off.
You're doing a cold
I'm doing
shot.
a cold shot with my... I guess, can I call a shot with my short sword?
Yeah, you can call a shot whenever you would like to, but you have to roll it at disadvantage. So roll me twice, take the lower of the attack.
So I'm going to slice his head clean off here. Okay, so there's an... That's probably going to be it. I got an 8 and a 20, so it's going to be the 8. Yeah.
That would've been
And
fun.
so, Alex, you miss, obviously, with the 8. So tell us how you miss.
I kind of telegraph my shot because I'm looking to, like, leave the head clean off. And because this guy has this ability to, like, regenerate, he is going to detach his head himself, and it's going to float above my sword as I come across it, and then his head's going to land right back onto his spine, and he's just going to do that weird skeleton laugh at me. yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Love that for you.
Good job, Alex.
Yeah, really good.
And so then we are off to Darren. Darren, you're next in initiative.
The scaly belly in front of me, I'm going to raise my arm and point it at him like a gun, and from it, 3 magic missiles are going to fly.
All right, roll me some damage.
6.
So you shoot your magic missiles out. It does kill this guy. And
Good.
Where do they impact this skeleton for kind of the most damage possible?
So I'm going to do it like execution style. I'm going to shoot him in the chest, like pew pew, and then I'm going to do a dramatic spin for effect and go down on one knee and upward shoot him in the head.
Two in the chest, 1 in the head.
Yeah.
And so he explodes into a pile of bones that collapse onto the sand. And we've got 1 skeleton left. And it is back to the top of the order.
Right after that happens, I blow my finger and I go, looks like you got boned.
Got him.
And then the CSI
That's
music.
exactly what I was picturing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Darren puts on a pair of glasses.
Yeah, Horatio Kane style, man.
And so, as we are back at the top of the order, it would be David's turn. But as David gets prepared to take his next attack against the last living skeleton, all 3 of you hear a loud bang come from the jungle in front of you, and the final skeleton's skull explodes into 1,000,000 pieces. And out of the forest, a woman emerges from the tree, and she's holding a pistol. She has strawberry blonde hair, is wearing khakis, tall leather boots, and what looks like a bomber jacket. She quickly runs up, looks at all 3 of you, and says, "Well, that's odd, but quickly, follow me!" and takes off running down the beach.
I guess we follow her, I guess?
Yeah, I look at the boys and shrug and go, "Oh, let's go."
I look at the guys, and after she runs away before we start running, I just kind of mumble was that Amelia Earhart?
Darren, you get an inspiration die.
Yes!
What the fuck, man?
Oh, he's still in CSI Miami mode.
Yeah, it was the bomber jack. I was like, my brain was just like, where have I seen that before?
Night at the Museum, Amy Adams.
Yeah, for sure.
So she leads you down the beach into a small secluded bay, and you see her run into a small cave within the bay. Atop the cave is an old, broken down shipwreck perched precariously on the cliff edge, and as you enter, you see her sitting next to a small fire. Everybody make me a perception check.
19.
6.
7.
So as you enter the cave, Darren, you notice that within the cave, behind her, sits an airplane. More specifically, a Lockheed Model 10E Electra.
I turn around and I look at the guys. I go, it was Amelia Earhart.
And as you all approach the campfire she's sitting around, she says, "Well, I guess that confirms it. I'm not on Earth anymore. You know, I had my suspicions after all that I've seen here during the months I've been trapped on this infernal island. But seeing you, gentlemen, I guess I found myself somewhere else."
Oh,
I guess we
my.
do look a little different from normal humans now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling
Yeah.
me, sister. Oh, yeah, that's right. We all
Yeah.
transformed, yeah.
Ouch.
Could I offer you a lime in this trying time?
She looks at you and she says, "Well, the limes are quite plentiful on this island, but thank you."
I love how every time you offer someone a lime, they have an excess of limes.
The one time I don't offer someone a lime, it'll be somebody who desperately needs it.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen one of these in years. Yeah.
Moments before he dies, and be like,
Yeah.
if only I had a lime. She dies.
And she looks at all three of you and she says, well, gentlemen, please have a seat.
Yeah, sit in front of the fire. Warm up,
I
dry
put the
off.
lime back in my backpack and I have a seat.
I too.
Who are
sit.
you?
Yeah.
Who'd she direct that to?
Basically just a general question.
And none of us answer. Yeah.
We all just look at each other, waiting for the other person to talk. Very Canadian of us.
No, you.
Weary travelers. We originally did not come from this world as well. We were, I was kidnapped from work as I was trying to do my day job. It's radio, no big deal. And I found myself here and among some tremendous company, but we are weary travelers.
Radio. Well, I've got one of those on my airplane.
You don't say.
Yes, unfortunately, it's not working very well at the moment.
Oh.
And like I said, given the fact that you three are sitting in front of me looking like you are, I obviously we're not in Kansas anymore, as they say.
We used to look like you.
I'm sorry?
We're from Earth as well, but we've been transformed into the creatures you see before you due to magic that we can't quite describe.
You're from Earth as well. Oh, well, that is
Yes.
most wonderful news. I was on my flight from New Guinea to Honolulu. I was almost done that trip around the world. We were so close, but somewhere near Howland Island, we encountered this very strange storm. Something I've never seen before. Whichever way I turned, it seemed to always be directly in front of me. So I tried to lower my altitude, but I couldn't avoid it. I flew right into this swirling mass of purple darkness. Next thing I knew, my engine was sputtering, I had no navigational abilities, and this island was the only visible piece of land. I sat down on the beach, and was then attacked by those horrible skeletons. Fred and I managed to fight them off, and I found refuge in this cave. Fred went out to look for supplies a few days ago, but he hasn't returned. But enough about me. Why are you gentlemen here?
I don't think we've fully figured out exactly why we're here yet. I know that we were kidnapped against our will. And we've been trying to find a way back to our own... We've been trying to find a way back to Earth, much like you, I suppose. But it's taken us on quite a couple of turns.
We were pirates for about a day.
Yeah, that...
Yes, we did not make
so
it far.
that didn't go well. So we came to this island to find out more about what we're doing here, to be frank.
We apparently come from noble blood, if I'm not mistaken. We're learning much new news about ourselves.
Oh, at least Darius does.
So you've come to this. So you've come to this island in search of something that will help us get home.
Well,
I reach into my backpack and I take out the gold trinket of the golden locket, and
oh yeah.
I go, yeah, this golden locket has some kind of inscription that told us to come to an island, and this island matched that description.
Oh,
I hold up my hand and show her the golden locket.
interesting. Well, in my time on this island, I have done some exploration, and I think I might know where you boys need to go. Quick, follow me. And she stands up and quickly walks out of the cave.
Before she gets out, as I'm running behind her, actually, I'm going to ask her, what are the odds you can get that flying machine working again?
There seems to be a problem with the engine, and I'm not well versed on airplane mechanics, but if somebody were to help me get the engine started, we could fly out of here, no problem.
I look back
I want to take a look at the
Divad, and I just say, aren't you kind of not that stupid about vehicles?
I mean, I dabble a little bit. I have a 2008 Honda Civic in them.
I've done some work on it myself.
It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, it's all engines.
Airplane, Honda Civic. I mean,
Pistons and rudders.
I will do my best.
but with some springs and gears.
All manner of things.
So she leads you out of the cave, and instead of walking along the beach where you had entered, she kind of takes a hard left from out of the cave into the jungle, and she leads you just a short ways up a hill, and then a sharp left once more to what looks like a large stone door.
Oh my.
And everybody...
What an episode.
And everybody make me a perception check.
I have just enough asthma for that right now.
14.
10.
I think I got a bit of asthma here. I got a 6.
Okay, so David, you're the only one that seems to notice that this door has a small keyhole that is shaped kind of like a sniper's reticle. So it's circular with a cross in the middle, and it seems to be a keyhole of some sort into the door. However, all three of you can see that below this keyhole there is an inscription, and the inscription says, "To open the door and gain what you seek, 2 keys are needed, both cunning and sleek. One lies where dead things whisper and sleep. Among trees that are ancient, in shallow tombs they sleep. The other is lost where paths twist and wind, in halls made to trick both body and mind. Through twists and turns, confusion reigns. Only the clever will break its chains.
Oh no, more puzzles.
Bring both together, the lock they'll embrace, and the secret you seek will fall into place."
I look at Sir Alex, because he's the puzzle master, and I go, well,
Go on.
what did you gather from that?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I've got so much asthma right now.
I was looking at this tree.
Wonder if this lime will fit in there.
I'll link it in the chat so you guys can review it.
Squishes the lime into the
Man.
Maybe this is the answer we seek. My asthma foils me.
I just linked it in the Facebook chat.
I've got a weird feeling that both of the keys are on opposite ends of the island.
Well, then Amelia looks at you and she says, "Oh, that's right." And she produces a small map from the back of her pocket, and she's like, "Oh, I picked this up from one of those terrible skeletons that I was able to shoot with my pistol, and I feel like maybe it might be a help to you, gentlemen." And she hands you the map of the island.
Well, that'll come in handy.
Wonderful.
I take the map and I hold it upside down and I look at it very confused.
And so for our listeners, maybe we should link this in our social media when this episode gets published, just so they can follow along.
Yeah, I'll use it as the art for the episode as well.
Are you guys... I want all three of you to be looking at the map right now. Basically, northwest quadrant. You've got a cave with the shipwreck right there. That is where you're currently... Well, that is where Amelia Earhart's cave is. And then you came down hard left to where that large structure with a door is. And that is where you find yourselves.
Oh, I see it.
And once again, for our listeners, to open the door and gain what you seek, 2 keys are needed, both cunning and sleek. One lies where dead things whisper and sleep. Among trees that are ancient, in shallow tombs they sleep. The other is lost where paths twist and wind, in halls made to trick both body and mind. Through twists and turns, confusion reigns. Only the clever will break its chains. Bring both together, and the lock they'll embrace, and the secret you seek will fall into place. So looking at the map, where would you gentlemen like to go?
I mean, that one looks like a tomb.
Which one?
I feel like one of these is a tomb for sure.
I'm trying to see if any of these trees look
big,
ancient, but they all look
So
similar.
it's one of the keys lying where dead things whisper and sleep, and then here on the map we see a gigantic skull in the middle of the island.
There is a rather large
true.
skull on
True.
the island. Yes, that
That
is
does
true.
make sense.
So would you guys like
That feels right.
to travel towards the skull in the middle of the island?
Over paths twist and wind in halls made.
Sounds brutal.
Oh wait, before we get going, this other part of the inscription is lost where paths twist and wind and halls made to trick both body and mind. Now, I don't know if I'm exactly on par with this one, but the only place here that truly makes sense to me would actually be the pirate fortress.
Perhaps we should see what the giant skull holds and maybe some things to help us. Fortress sounds a little intimidating right
Everyone make me a insight check.
The insight check, okay. Initiative, intelligence, where the hell's insight? There it is.
That's a 9.
A
18.
10.
Darren, you're the only one to pass the insight check. You think that the 2 clues hidden within this inscription indicate that you need to search a graveyard and a maze.
now. Yeah. This means here on this inscription that we must search a graveyard and then a maze.
Well, in no particular order.
In the southeast of the map, what is that kind of swirling Tim Burton-esque looking structure?
You know, I think
There's certain maze qualities to
I
it.
think that's actually. I feel like you may be onto something with that, Darrenious. Now, as you mentioned earlier, the graveyard seems to be a sure bet. We can definitely find one of them there.
We seem rather closer to the graveyard. Walking past it seems kind of...
I feel like this
Indeed.
map is fucking with me because it shows on the compass that east
I
is
just ate
south.
some of these mushrooms I found.
That compass fucked up, or is that on purpose? Is east actually south here?
Oh, I believe I have this map upside down. Sorry, my asthma's acting up today.
This map was generated by AI. Ignore the compass. It is basically top is north, right is east,
Okay.
down is south,
Classic
left is
compass
west.
style.
Looks like AI won't be taking the jobs of the map creators anytime soon.
No.
Cartographers.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's the one we were looking for. Yes,
That's the word. Thank you, Nevada.
Good night.
So, you gentlemen have a choice in front of you: graveyard or maze.
Graveyard.
Graveyard.
And hang on. So upset about the graveyard. This is a question for our Lord and Savior. The flashlight in our backpack is radiant undead battery times 6. What did that mean?
It means you have 6 uses of the flashlight, and if you were to shine it on undead creatures, I believe it does 2d4 of damage.
Good against the goddamn skeletons.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be perfect for a graveyard.
So you guys would like to continue to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly.
Settled on graveyard.
Well, you gentlemen are set on your path, and so Amelia looks at you and she says, "Well, gentlemen, you seem much braver than I. I think I shall retreat to my cave and wait for Fred to return, and hopefully he does return soon. I'm getting worried about him."
Oh. What did Fred look like?
Oh, well, he's quite tall, brown hair, has a mustache. You can't miss him, especially on this island where apparently normal people don't exist.
I'm going to assume that he's the only actual human on this planet. Or on this island, yes.
So the only living person.
Well, I would have to assume so. And out of character, if you ever feel useless, just remember Amelia Earhart had a navigator who no one
Most likely
who
got
no one knows their
So
name.
when she got lost, it wasn't her fault.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
His name was Fred Noonan, by the way.
Yeah.
men. Am I
I
right?
say we just
We're
fucking
stopping
leave
and asking
Fred
for
then.
directions, yeah.
Yeah, actually. Fuck Fred. We kill him if
He's
we
not gonna
find
help
him.
And
us.
so,
Yeah, which way out of here, Fred? He's like, "Oh."
Beats me.
Yeah.
And so Amelia makes her way back to the cave, bids you adieu, and you guys, which way do you go? Looking at the map.
I guess kind of southeastish.
Yeah, and so you travel southeast along the path, and you come to, well, you see an intersection that you come to, you take a look left, and it just seems to lead into the forest, so you keep going, and then you come to an intersection with a path that goes basically straight ahead, or a path that goes left.
Let's take the spooky left path.
David?
You went past the big tree?
Yeah, David is paying attention. And so you guys take the left path, and as you travel down this path, it seems like the chirping of birds, the sounds of the forest, the sounds of the jungle seem to kind of diminish, dim. It's almost as if even the color of the forest around you seems to dim. And you get to a clearing that contains a graveyard. And the three of you are currently still within the jungle. Would you like to move into the graveyard?
This appears to be the graveyard, boys.
I think I'd like to just take a good squint at the surroundings around the graveyard, just to see, like, check for traps and things, maybe?
Make me an investigation check.
Not good. 8.
Everything seems on the level to you, Darrenious.
Can I?
Well, I didn't see anything, but yeah, maybe one of you could see something.
Maybe. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I mean, I'll take
All
a
right, both
gander.
both Alex and David, make me investigation checks.
4.
16.
David, you notice that almost directly in front of you there is a small patch of grass that seems to be elevated among the... elevated above the rest of the grass within the graveyard, almost as if there's a pressure plate underneath it.
Guys, don't step
Did
on
you
that
say
grass.
My asthma tends to be acting up a bit.
Could be a trap.
Darrenious, do you happen to have that inhaler on you?
Yeah, sometimes pass it over here. Here you are, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Careful, it hits that asthma quite hard. That's 92% asthma. I'll say, just...
So, would the three of you like to step over, obviously, the pressure plate?
Oh, yeah, big
Could
time.
I investigate specifically that pressure plate and see if see if I can figure out what it does?
Well, you could attempt to disarm it.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
All right, make me a sleight of hand check.
Or you could blow your fucking head off.
22.
Oh, nice.
So, how do you disarm this pressure plate hidden beneath the grass?
Okay, I'm going to kind of lightly scrape the grass off it to kind of expose the plate and see what I'm looking at. And I'm going to kind of look under it and do some fiddling to the plate to just... It wouldn't have wires and stuff, I'm guessing. But
No, it's a pressure
whatever's
plate.
there. I'm gonna jam like a... Hey, can I have one of those limes, actually?
Yeah!
Here you go. Yep. I catch the lime, and I stick it underneath the pressure plate so that it doesn't compress.
Amazing. Oh, and you successfully disarm this trap with a lime. Alex, I expect you to be...
important thing
Alex,
in the game.
I expect you to be keeping track of how many limes you have. You had 10, and I believe you're down to 7 now.
Yep.
I would like
down
to
to 7
quote,
now. Yeah.
I would like to quote Mr. Ashbaugh in saying, or Miss Amelia Earhart actually, in saying, limes are a plentiful on this island.
It's true, Alex can just pick them as he goes.
Always be scanning for limes, bro.
They come in handy.
And so all three of you make your way into this graveyard, and you see basically an old-timey, dilapidated, run-down graveyard with headstones aplenty. What would you like to do?
This
Guys,
definitely
this would
tracks
make
as
a
a
perfect
graveyard.
album cover.
I am going to reach into my bag and put down my wind-up cat drone.
Oh, I was waiting for this to come into effect. All right, roll me a d20 to see how many minutes of your cat drone you have.
Come on, baby.
And to just kind of refer to what
11.
this is. 11. So you got 11 minutes, and this is what Darren got from the beach festival in Rockwhite. Basically, it works in the same way that like a video game drone does. You can see through its eyes, you can control it, and you can use it to basically explore. And so, Darren, as you put this cat down, you wind it up, your eyes roll back in your skull, and all of a sudden, you find yourself in the body of a small cat and able to control the body. What would you like to do with it?
Does the cat move, act, and look like just a real cat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So kind of give me the layout of what I'm looking at. Like, are there like tombs, like crypts or anything that I'm seeing around, or anything that is like searchable?
Not really tombs or anything. It's basically just rows upon rows of headstones. Grave markers.
Okay, I'm going to jump up on top of like one of the headstones, kind of like centered, and I'm just gonna, as a cat, just kind of like prounce headstone to headstone, surveying to see if any stand out differently or if I see any other pressure plates or anything like that. Just kind of using it to really get a full mind scan
Perfect.
of what we're walking into.
Make me an investigation check.
This was not a good time to hit that asthma inhaler.
30, yeah, fucking Alex is just sitting there freaking out right now.
So,
13.
Darren, as you're with the 13, as you're jumping across these headstones, you kind of realize that most of them are faded, worn out. They seem to have, names and dates of people who have died, but other than that, you don't really see much else. It just looks like a regular graveyard.
Okay. And you said there was no like crypt doors or anything like that, or
no,
like,
you can't really see
above
any
ground anything.
No, you can't really see any above ground tombs or anything like that. It's basically just dilapidated graveyard with headstones.
How long did that take me? How much time do I got left? Do you think?
Well, I'm tracking you right now. You've only used up about 2 minutes.
Oh, we're doing real time. Okay. So I hop back down onto the grass, and now, as like an actual feline cat would, I'm going to kind of like nose in the grass and just start circling kind of in front of and around all the tombstones, looking for pressure plates or anything of interest.
Make me an Arcana check.
Here we go. 21.
Okay, with your
Ooh.
21, your little cat senses detect that there is some sort of magic coming from the northeast corner of the graveyard.
Okay, the northeast corner. Carefully aware of my like movements as a cat while investigating around me to make sure there's no pressure plates I'm going to hit. I'm going to start moving towards that magic tingle I'm getting.
Perfect. You're able to navigate the graveyard without much issue. You don't detect any traps or whatever. And as you move through the graveyard, you notice that all these headstones, like I said, they've got names, they've got dates. Maybe they've got little inscriptions. There's some dead flowers laying at the base of some of these gravestones. And you get to the northeast corner, and the gravestone at the far northeast corner is blank, except for a very small engraving of a key.
I bet this is just me thinking out loud. Or actually, can I talk in my wizard form?
You know what? Just because, this is a podcast, I will say yes. You can communicate. You can see through the cat's eyes, but you can communicate through your own body.
Okay. I think we have to dig up a grave, my boys.
Oh
And
my god, you just smoke.
What the fuck?
And then I prance back as my cat, and my wizard body bends down and opens my backpack, and my cat jumps into my backpack, and I roll my eyes back down and stand up.
And your cat
And I look over at
deactivates-
Alex, and I pat him on the shoulder, and I say, "Grab a shovel, my friend."
Look, you guys don't have shovels.
Oh no.
I have limes.
Do you have a grenade?
Oh, that'll fucking do it. I mean, I've got a loot that I could turn upside down and use as a shovel.
I have a grappling hook. I don't think that will help too much. Could loosen the dirt up with my sword. Can I look around the graveyard for a shovel?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Perception. I just rolled a nat 1. Dude, I'm having an incredible asthma attack. You know, guys, I think I need to sit down for a second.
Alex
Dice is totally role playing you.
Alex like opens the waistband of his pants and looks down and is like, no, I can't see a shovel.
Oh, I've got nothing in here, boys.
I turn to David with just like rubbing my temples and was like, what about you, friend? Can you see anything?
Let me see if I can find a shovel.
Make me a perception check.
I don't see shit. 7.
Yep, no, David doesn't
we're all
see
having
anything.
asthma attacks at the
Yeah,
same
I'm just
time.
gonna sit down and start like pulling up grass.
Have I perceived for a shovel yet?
Are you still in the same location, or have you moved towards this stone?
Yeah, let's start. Let's start moving into the graveyard.
So do you guys all move towards that one gravestone in the northeast corner?
No, I'm just gonna sit down.
Okay, Alex is sitting down.
Yeah.
Breathing heavy.
Yeah.
And Darren...
Stroke the fuzzy walls.
Darren Dave... Yes. Stroke the fuzzy walls. So, Darren, David, are you guys moving towards the northeast corner?
Yeah, while I'm going to be holding an action and like moving at half speed, but like carefully walking through. Graveyards, we just fought 3 skeletons. Like I'm on high alert.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, but I'm gonna do kind of subtle tiptoe music.
Dun-na, dun-na, dun-na.
Love it. I love it.
So Darren and David, you get to the northeast corner where you see the gravestone with nothing more than a small key engraved upon it, and lucky you, there's a shovel leaning up against it.
Ah,
Damn, convenient.
I say we make Alex dig it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand.
Alex, come here!
I stand up and I walk towards the grave like, boys, there's a shovel right there.
Oh, thank God you pointed that out for us.
Yes.
So which one of you is
Well,
going to dig?
Well, I mean, my strength's -1, so
Yeah,
I don't like
that's
the
fair.
physical
I'm-
labor.
I'm-
My strength is... What the fuck is my strength? Oh, up here. 0.
I'm strong. I'll do it.
Yes. I'm strong.
He's such a strong boy.
Yeah, big strong boy.
Yeah.
Get in there. Dig up this corpse.
So Alex, you're going to start to dig the grave.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna start digging in the wrong hole and I go, oh, okay, I need to dig over here.
So Alex starts to dig up the grave with the headstone with nothing more than a key inscription. And Alex, as you take chunks of dirt out of the earth and toss them aside, you turn back and realize you haven't done anything. We're doing some strong role playing right now, yeah.
Been miming it.
That's some good asthma,
Oh,
boy.
goodness me.
The chunks of dirt seem to be replacing themselves as fast as you can dig them.
Boys, I think my asthma is really, really bad today. Because I could have sworn that I've been already trying to chew this dirt up, but nothing's moving. Darrenious, what the
Can
heck was in that asthma inhaler?
93%. Can I use my wizardy kind of brain to maybe check to see if we can identify the type of magic we're looking at here?
Do you have magic detection?
Not on. But I was hoping just my
Or detect magic?
wizard. No, I mean I have those spells, but not equipped.
Would an earth tremor help us here? I do have an earth tremor loaded.
I mean, you can try.
I kind of want to try.
I'm going to take a few steps back.
And so,
Yeah, you guys might want to take a step back.
read Earth Tremor to us.
You cause a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than you in the area must take a dexterity saving throw. Blah, 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 bludgeoning damage. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared, with each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to clear by hand. So I don't know if that actually helped. I was kind of picturing it tremoring all the dirt away from us, or at least loosening it up that we could dig underneath it. But if it's magic, I don't know.
Okay, Darren, just because you don't have Detect Magic equipped, I will say you can open yourself up to try and determine what kind of magic is protecting this grave, but I will want you to roll it at disadvantage. So roll me an Arcana check at disadvantage.
25.
Uh-huh.
17.
Hey.
All right.
You suspect that there is some sort of illusionary damage coming from the gravestone.
Illusionary. Kind of like...
Or illusionary magic, I should say, sorry.
Kind of like what the poison bog was at the troll's place. Like it's more a mirage type magic, you mean?
That's all you can detect with your 17.
I'm gonna kneel down next to like the dirt that was being dug before, and I'm just gonna kind of like put my hand and see if it passes through. Like I'm just gonna pat around on the dirt and see if it like passes through. If there's nothing there, if there actually is dirt.
Well, Alex has been driving a shovel into this thing, so it is
That could have
solid.
been part of the illusion, you know.
But yeah, no, you don't seem to be able to sink your hand into the grave more than, well, you put your hand down and you touch grass.
I want to investigate the tombstone then.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
17.
Another 17. You suspect that this tombstone is the source of whatever is protecting this grave.
Let's break it.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Use your fucking earth shatter on that tombstone, David. Bring it down. Or if we have anything to just smack it with,
I'm holding a shovel.
beat the shit out of it.
I beat the shit out of the gravestone with the shovel.
Okay, roll me a straight D20.
A straight
Alex.
D20. Yeah. Oh, come on, come
Another
on.
one coming up.
12.
So you hit the gravestone and it cracks, but it doesn't break apart. And roll me another D20 for another strike.
I'm tired here. I got a 5 on my next one.
So you go to hit the gravestone and you hit it in the most perfect way so that the shovel actually rebounds and hits you back in the face. And roll a D4 of damage.
Oh. I'm having a really bad asthma attack right now. Only a 1. Okay. Just a 1.
Nice.
Could be worse.
Darren or David, do you have anything you want to do to this gravestone before Alex kills himself trying to break it?
I'm gonna just kind of like push him aside gingerly, and I'm gonna pick up the shovel, and then I'm gonna, because he cracked the tombstone with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a D20 swing at it then.
All right, roll me a D20.
It seemed to be working. 8. God damn it.
You hit the tombstone and the shovel breaks.
Fuck!
Aw. Damn it, I want to take a swing. All right. Earth tremor time. Back up, fellas.
Okay, I take fucking 8 steps back.
Okay, do you have to roll an attack on that, or is it just a DC save?
Just a save, yeah.
All right, well, it's a tombstone. It doesn't have to make a save. So just cast it and roll me some damage.
Here we go. 2 damage.
Well, that's good for you because the gravestone had 2 HP.
Hey, there
So
we go.
everybody backs up and David casts Earthquake? Earth Tremor, and the tombstone crumbles to pieces, and Darren, because you did have some good Arcana rolls earlier, you detect that the magic has been dispelled. However, the grave is still intact, and the shovel is broken.
But is the spade still intact?
The what?
The spade of the shovel? Like, did the handle break, I assume, but the actual
Yeah,
diggy bit?
so basically you've got like a
diggy bit.
combat trench digging shovel with a very small handle.
I am going to take the broken part of the shovel and affix it to the bottom of my staff.
Ooh,
And then use the 50 feet of rope I have to, like, secure it to my staff.
like lash it to the staff.
Yeah, like old school weaponry.
I like that. Okay, so you lash it to the staff, and it does take a little bit of time to dig up a grave because, I mean, digging a grave digging earth in general is not an easy task. If you've never done it before, it is not as simple
And
as movies and
6
TV.
feet is a lot of feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Darren, you're digging, and all of a sudden, you hit something solid.
Hey. Got something here, boys. of New York now for some reason, and I climb out of the
Boston.
Yeah. 4 days work, now I'm talking like this.
And so you pull up a small chest, and on the top of this chest seems to be kind of a little carved out circular area. Other than that, you don't really see any way to open this chest.
How big is the circular area?
No larger than a toonie. Gotta keep it Canadian.
They're gonna say no larger than a lime.
Yeah, for our American listeners.
I pull out the golden locket and I hold it above the keyframe and try to assess how big the golden locket is compared to it.
As soon as you pull out the golden locket, almost like a magnet, the locket springs out of your hand and shoop, into the little carve out on the chest, and the chest springs open, and within you see what looks like half a key.
Well, I think we have our first first key here.
And who is going to take the key?
Am I gonna be able to take the golden locket back?
Yeah, you can take it back. You just pick it up.
Okay. I'll take the key.
Yeah. Okay. So Alex now has the golden locket and one half of the key, and you boys have solved the first part of the key riddle. And now, where would you like to go?
What was it called? You gotta go to the Twisty Bit somewhere?
Yeah, so you see where the pirate fortress is? To the east of that, there's like a kind of building or structure that's all weirdly shaped that could be a maze.
Yeah, I could see that. What's that little round thing blocking the path right there in between the pirate fortress?
That is an artifact made by the AI. That means nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or is that what he wants us to think? Either way, I say the path we take avoids it. We could come out the skull's left ear and essentially move south and then go east and kind of keep doing those little horseshoe patterns down to it.
Yep.
So that is what you guys would like
we
to
could
do,
do that.
is basically, come out the skull's left ear, follow your way through the paths to that somewhat abandoned-looking structure.
Yeah, avoiding the pirate fortress entirely.
Totally avoiding it.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys make your way through the jungle without much issue. You know, it's a tropical island. There's lots of sounds, lots of noises, crickets and birds and other insects. And as you emerge...
Oh, wait. Are there any limes?
Yes!
Yes, Alex. In fact, a lime tree collapses on top of you, and you take 10d10 damage.
Okay.
But did he get any lines?
And so you make your way down towards that, what looks like abandoned structure, and as you emerge from the jungle, you realize that this abandoned structure isn't really a structure at all. It is a series of large stone monoliths, all connected together in some sort of weird, twisted fashion. And in front of where you have just emerged, you see a large stone door adorned with a skull carved into the front. Everybody make me a perception check.
Ooh, that's a now one.
16.
Alex, you are the only one to see that within this skull carving, in fact, it seems to be where the teeth of the skull might be, seems to be some sort of tumbler lock.
Well, is this...
With 4 individual tumblers.
Well, there appears to be a lock mechanism here with 4 individual sessions here. Now, I only have a few limes left. I'm not sure I'd like to spend them here.
Sure. The limes quite play into it. The stupidest thing is, I hate you. I was leaning in listening as if you were actually on your way to something worth any fucking while.
Before we make it any further, could I, after that lime tree fell on me, could I invite someone to help heal me here?
Oh, wait, hold on. Alex, that was a joke. I didn't mean you to take that damage from the lime tree falling. That was...
See,
I said 10d10 of damage.
I was hoping that I could somehow parlay that into getting more limes.
It's 150 limes though.
Yeah, it's a lime tree, so I picked up the whole lime tree on my way away.
No, put your health
Dragging it
back up,
behind
you
us.
asshole.
Okay, health's back up. Health is back up. But I was at 12 before, so I brought it back to 12, and 4 tumblers. So I just relay that back to, there appears to be a locking mechanism here with 4 styles of tumblers here. I can't quite make sense of what this is, but...
And actually, Alex, with your 16, you do also notice that these 4 tumblers seem to have symbols on them. The symbols
Here we go.
indicate ground or earth, fire, water, and air.
Water, air.
Corbin, my man. I don't have any fire. You got any fire?
I was just watching that movie.
Oh, I watched that movie. Yeah,
Corbin,
it's
Corbin.
a classic. I love it. Corbin, my man. Corbin.
But you guys are still a little bit away, so you can walk up and try to kind of fiddle with whatever's going on.
Is there anything in our surroundings around it that have anything carved of similar... Or actually, no, I would assume. I'm going to pick up some dirt, and I'm just going to sprinkle it. I'm going to fifth element it, and I'm going to sprinkle it over the dirt tumbler.
So you guys walk up to the door, and you're kind of just like fiddling with it, sprinkling over the dirt tumbler.
I very carefully walk up to the door, surveying my surroundings.
Do Alex and David, you do the same? You kind of follow Darren's or Darren's lead, I guess.
I take a lime out of my bag, and I hold it over the water one.
Yeah.
And I squeeze a lime, so a little bit of moisture comes out and drips on the water section.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I should say all of these tumblers, it's basically like they've got four sides, and each of them contain the 4 elements. And so it's a combination lock, like, it's like a high school locker combination. You gotta fidget with it until it unlocks.
Oh, okay.
So there isn't one unique water, one unique... It's a tumbler that has 4 sides, and each tumbler has the symbols.
Still going to do that, but first I'm going to turn it so that each tumbler is an earth, wind, air, or you know what I mean. Each of the elements.
Earth, wind, fire.
Perfect. Everybody...
Then we're going to do the dirt, and we're going to squeeze.
Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
23.
13.
12.
Okay, so David, you're the only one that manages to dive out of the way, and Alex and Darrenious, you start to realize that you are quickly sinking in quicksand.
Oh.
In front of this door.
Oh my.
Immediate kind of... can I quickly do like a split-second perception check of like how wide the earth is that we're sinking into?
It's a decently sized pool. I would say about 15 feet wide, and well, it extends from the door, which you guys are standing in front of, and then 15 feet behind. So 15 feet left, right, 15 feet behind you.
Can I go to the edge of it and extend my sickle out for someone to grab onto?
Yes, you can. Who are you trying to pull from?
Who looks more in dire straits right now?
Well, they're both sinking at equal paces, basically.
Those limes are going to come in real handy, I feel it, so at very least I got to go and save Alex first.
Okay, so Divad, make me a strength check to see if you can pull Alex out.
Okay. Not even close, that's a 2.
Oh, God.
So, Divad, unfortunately, your sickle is grabbed by Alex. You can't hold on to it, and your sickle sinks below the sand.
No!
And now, Alex and
wait.
Darren, you are now about thigh height deep in sinking sand.
I completely forgot. I am going to attempt to fly out. I'm going to grab Alex by the collar, and I have wings I forgot about. I'm going to attempt to fly us out of this fucking quicksand.
Cool.
Grab
Cool,
my
make me
sickle.
a strength check.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to use inspiration.
That's an
On
8.
that 8. Oh, come on, baby. 19.
Darren,
There it is.
you grab Alex by the collar, you try to fly, and unfortunately, both of you sink deeper into the sand.
Oh
Oh,
I take out my grappling hook. I take out my grappling hook. I still have my grappling hook in my and my rope. I never use that.
Okay. Where are you trying to hook it onto?
Shit, what do we even have? I guess, is there any tree above me that I can,
I mean, yeah,
onto?
it's a tropical jungle. You got like palm trees and stuff, so you could try to wrap it around a tree.
okay, yeah, closest
big lime tree.
Yeah, the closest lime tree that I could find. And then I realized that there are no lime trees, so I settle for literally any other tree that's available that's closest.
So you see a palm tree, let's say to your left. It's got a decent kind of trunk to it that you think might... Oh, that was me knocking over my microphone. You see a palm tree that you think you could probably wrap around and it'd be strong enough to hold you. So make me an athletics check to see if you can get it wrapped around this tree.
Oh boy, okay, here we go. No, I crit one.
Alex...
Oh my god, so
A nat
many.
one.
Alex is now up to
Jesus.
his nipples in sinking sand. Darren, you're still about waist height. Everybody make me a history check.
History.
15.
17.
17.
You guys realize that there's a combination lock in front of you.
I start fiddling with the combination lock and I start moving things.
All right, which combination lock do you do? Which one?
I imagine that the one furthest to the right is closest to me. So I grabbed that one. With the one arm that I have left, because I'm like at, nipple height now?
What do you turn it to?
I turn it to water.
You turn it to water, and Alex is now down to his shoulders in sand.
No. Oh, okay.
Alex, you're now restrained. You cannot do anything other than talk.
Boys, this is not doing very well for me.
Okay, so what's the... Shit, what is the combination currently arranged by?
Well, you have 4 tumblers in front of you, and let's go left to right. You've got, let's say, fire, water, wind, earth. And I will say this, the combination lock works the same way as any other combination lock left to right.
I feel like I'm just confused as to what the fuck I need to do to this lock.
I know, right? So it's already set to each different element.
Like, is it too late for me to ask what a tumbler is?
Well, it's like, it's like, David, have you ever like had a combination gym lock or something, like a padlock that has like 4 numbers that you have to align to open it?
Oh, okay. I was picturing like the spinny lock. You gotta go left 27, right 32.
No.
Okay, I see.
Maybe I don't know if I'm misinterpreting what a tumbler lock is, but yeah, it's you've got 4 little wheels that each have a symbol on them, and you've got to obviously arrange the symbols in the proper order. And Darren and Alex are currently sinking deep into the sand. Alex is almost
Pretty fucking deep in there.
fully engulfed.
Yeah. So I can't take any action right now?
You can talk to your friends, but other than that, no.
Grab my backpack and save the limes. They will come in handy later.
You'll need them, I swear.
Can I try moving the first one to Earth?
Yes, you can. And as soon as you do that, Alex and Darren pop back up above the sand.
Hey.
Nice.
Eh.
Jesus Christ.
And as you do that as well, all 3 of you notice that the torches on the side of the door illuminate.
Okay, well that makes
Okay. A step in the right direction. So what, is the second one going to be wind then?
Well, you turned it to Earth, and then the Earth stopped trying to kill us. So I feel like if torches illuminated, that's a hint to turn it to fire, no?
But isn't there 4 things? Don't they have to go in the right order? I don't know.
Yeah, and right now it's Earth, Water, Wind, Earth. If I'm keeping track enough. I'm going to turn it to fire. I might burst myself into flames, but I'm going to turn the second tumbler to fire.
I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna back away from the lock before that happens.
Yeah, good call, boys.
So Darren turns the second tumbler to fire, and you hear a ka-chunk within the door, and both torches get blown out.
Is that good or is that bad?
I don't know. Ka-chunk on the door. I'm gonna give the door a little push.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if the torch... I feel like the torch is going out is good. I suck at puzzles in, like, real life, so I don't know.
Nothing is currently happening after you had adjusted that fire. And then
the torch is going out.
And then the torches got blown out, yeah.
So what's our tumbler at right now?
You've got earth, fire,
Earth, fire.
earth, wind, I believe.
I'm gonna walk towards the tumbler, and I'm gonna move the third one over to wind.
And as soon as Alex does that, you see the skull engraving start to cry.
Earth, fire, wind.
Again, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I know, it's hard to tell.
Wait, I'm
Like,
gonna
it's just charging up a fucking murder.
I'm gonna go for the last one, and I'm gonna turn the last tumbler to water.
And as Alex...
Before he does that,
Yep.
as like a show of solidarity, I'm going to put my hand on his back, and like Guardians of the Galaxy, put my hand on it as he does. It's like, we're going down. We're doing it together, brother.
I'm gonna be like one of the Titanic pianists, or not pianists, the guys that are playing music in the Titanic when it's
Yeah.
going down. I'm just gonna play some sad songs, just ready for us to just die.
Love it.
And as Alex turns the final tumbler over to water, you hear a large clunk happen within the door, and the large stone door starts to raise in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did it. I don't know how we did it, but we did
I'll
it.
tell you how I deduced.
Trial
I'll tell
and
you how
error.
I deduced this one. There was a very old cartoon I used to watch called Captain Planet, and the name of the rings went Earth, Fire, Wind, and Water, and the fifth one was Heart, and that was kind of I don't know with the little cop out, but
Well, that is not how I designed this puzzle.
it's how I solved it. Would
Would you guys like to know the combination? How I did it?
My whole thought process was earth, wind, and fire, but that was as far as I got.
Yeah, I was just going to say it.
So the quicksand indicated earth. The torches obviously indicated fire. The torches were then blown out by wind. And then the skull started to cry, which would indicate water.
We're all
yes,
just... We're all so
that's
scared.
that's exactly how I figured that
got
out.
it by
Yes,
accident.
yes, certainly.
Of course,
Yes,
of course.
And so all three of you enter the cave, or do you enter the cave?
Hold on a second. Yeah. Boys, that was quite a treacherous lock, and I don't think we were quite prepared for that.
Yes, I wondered if possibly a rest might be in order before we ventured into a dark,
But
dank
first-
cave.
I would like to get my sickle out of the dirt if I could, if it stopped quicksanding.
Yeah, there's just a tiny little, 6-inch section of your sickle still sticking out of the sand, so make me a strength check.
6 inches is pretty big, right?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, that's what she
Yes.
said.
Yeah.
Here. Strength?
It's almost like
Yeah.
an inch and a half too
Yeah.
much, if you ask me.
18.
18, yeah, so you're able to just, wrench your sickle out of the sand, and you've got it back on you. And as you do that, the stone door starts to close slowly.
Oh, for crying
oh,
out
shit.
loud.
Okay, quick. Let's get in.
Oh.
Yeah. I unnecessarily roll under it, even though it's still very open.
Prop the door
And then
wide,
grab
let's
your
go.
wizard's hat just before it.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I wait for 2 minutes until it's almost
Yeah.
closed, and then I do the whisper.
Just Indiana Jones it. Yeah.
So the,
Yeah.
And the door closes with a thud, and all three of you find yourself in absolute darkness.
I believe I have dark vision. though.
As do I.
Okay, so in front of you, you see a long hallway that comes to a T intersection that goes either left or right.
I take a lime and I throw it down the path on the left.
Okay, you hear a lime hit the floor on the path on the left.
Doesn't appear to be anything on that side.
How about to the right?
I take another lime and I throw it to the right.
You hear a lime hit the path on the right.
So I'm only picking one of the. Yeah.
Seems both off.
I walk down the path to the left and I pick up the lime.
You walk down the path on the left. Roll me d6, Alex.
Oh my god. Okay. No, this is for how many limes I get back.
Well, if the lime didn't get hurt, why should I?
5 limes.
Okay, so you walk down the path on the left, you pick up the lime, and it seems like the path on the left then goes right.
I walk back. I walk back to the middle with back to my party members and go on the other side that goes to the right.
Gentlemen, have either of you ever heard the story of Hansel and Gretel?
I've not. I am familiar, but I don't remember the story very well. What's on your mind?
Each time that we take a turn and I pick up the other lime to the right, we place down a lime as markers for places we've already come from so we don't get lost while we're traveling through this maze.
You could also pull a Theseus and just keep your hand on one wall and walk your way through the maze, but whatever.
Also got 60 feet of rope that we could tie down at the entrance and kind of just...
Oh, actually, yeah, does anybody have like a dagger? We could also...
Do you really think 60 feet of rope is going to get you through a maze?
Hey, all three of us got 60 feet
I'll tell
of
you
rope.
what, 7 limes isn't going to get us through the maze either.
We could cut each lime in half, and then that's 14.
No, you can't cut each lime in quarters and then do the math.
It continues to triple. We'll be fine.
Okay, so to recap, you went left, and then you saw the path going right. And the right path you have not yet explored.
I still think we should ship some rock or something while we're moving so that we have visual of, like, where we've come.
Can I have my lime back?
Well, yeah, you already picked it up.
I'm going to keep it.
I picked one up. I threw one on each side. Yeah.
Well, if you want to go get the one on the right, you're more than welcome to.
I picked it up. I went and got it.
Oh, okay, then Darren, roll me a d6.
Oh no. I mean, I didn't go and pick it up. 2.
I just have to see what I have written here. Darren, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! I really mean I didn't go pick it up. 20.
Okay, so as you go to pick
I
up
guess
the
you did, yeah.
lime, you feel your foot depress a cobblestone. But luckily for you, you're picking up a lime. And so as your foot depresses this cobblestone, darts whiz overhead of you as you bend down to pick up the lime. And you find yourself at a dead end.
I stand up and go, lifesavers! And I just kind of trot back to him.
I can't believe I can't believe you were
Yeah.
picking up a lime.
These limes have solved 5 separate problems.
And so yes, to the right, Darren activated a trap, and it is a dead end. Left doesn't seem to be any traps, but there is a right-hand path towards wherever you are going.
Appears the wrong direction comes with some type of penalty.
Are you going to eat that lime?
So we just go for it.
No, I think I'm going. This is my lucky lime now. I just
Oh, take that
alive
on. It's
because
all
of
yours.
this live.
I've got 6 more. It's all yours.
Oh, thank you, sir. I slip it into my satchel.
You better add that to your inventory, by the way. It's going to come in handy later.
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on.
Yeah.
1 lime.
So you guys
Welcome.
make your way to the left path. You take a right. You find your way down the path, and you come to a T intersection that goes left. Actually, you come to an intersection that goes either left, right, or straight ahead.
Do we split off?
God,
No.
Split
No.
the party. Split the party.
We are not white people in a horror movie. We are staying together.
Let's see. The other is lost where paths twists and wind, and hulls made to trick both body and mind. Only the clever will break its chains through twists and turns. Well, I'm still suffering from a particularly bad bout of asthma. I'm out of ideas.
Do we just pick a path and just go for it?
Yeah. So what, we've done a left so far.
And a right.
So I say we... And a right? I say we go straight then.
All right, Darren, roll me a d6.
5.
Darren and the party go straight ahead, And this path seems to continue straight ahead for quite some time until it comes to a T intersection, which goes left and right.
All right, David, you make this call.
Okay, I'm feeling left, but can I kind of peer down and see if I see any traps and stuff before you start walking down it?
First, roll me a d6.
That's a 4.
David, you peer left, and it seems to be a dead end. However, you see a small chest at the end of this dead end.
If there's ever been a mimic in history, it's going to be that chest.
But there's a chance.
There is a chance. I'm going to ready an action as I watch David moving.
David, would you like to go investigate the chest?
I would like to go investigate the chest, yes.
Perfect. You open up the chest. Roll me a d8.
Okay. It's a 7.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Oh
No.
Him being happy is a bad thing.
Yeah, you never want to hear
No,
that.
no,
from me.
This is a good thing.
Yeah, for you probably.
David,
Yep.
I would like you to open up your manage inventory
Okay.
and add Armlet of the Arachnid. And then read what it says.
The Armlet of the Arachnid. This wristband allows the user to shoot a web rope up to 60 feet. This rope can attach to any surface that isn't difficult terrain and give advantage on all climbing checks. This rope can also be used in combat. The user will roll a sleight of hand check against the target's AC. On a successful roll, the target will be restrained. This rope can hold the weight of any creature that is medium or smaller. Sweet.
Yeah, that's dope.
You just became
Told
spotted.
you, Darren.
Hey, I don't trust the chest in a maze. What can I say?
But that is a dead end, and so your only option now is to go right.
I'd like to just do a little practice shot of rope at Darren. Just sling some rope at him just to see how it goes.
Perfect. Hold on. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
That's a 17.
And Darren's AC is 15, so Darren is now restrained.
And I just fall over.
All right, I come over and I cut you free.
It seems your rope
Perfect,
works
and so
just fine, my friend.
Sling
You
and
guys
rope.
Sling and rope.
head and so you guys head right down the path, and once again you come to a T intersection that goes right or left.
I'll let someone take the lead on this one since I'm sit pretty with my armlet of the arachnid now.
Yeah, we can go back to it. We can just cycle, go to Alex and then me, and just keep leapfrogging.
Well, where did we just come from? We just took a right, right?
Yes. If you want perspective, if you were to go right, you would be heading back towards what would be where you came from the entrance. If you took a left, that is kind of heading towards the...
That's kind of heading deeper into it, right?
Yeah.
Can I... Okay, I'm going to take the lead, and we're going to go deeper into this maze. Let's take a left.
Okay, roll me a d6.
1d6. D6, roll... That's a 6.
So, as you take the left turn, you find yourselves walking down a very long hallway, longer than one you have had, or one longer than you have experienced within this maze so far. It doesn't seem to lead to any intersections whatsoever. And after a while of walking, you come to a large cavernous entrance that is illuminated by torchlight, and you three find yourselves at the precipice of entering a large cavern with what looks to be a golden chest elevated along upon a pedestal about 60 feet in front of you.
Oh. I point at the chest and go,
Well, that
pirate
one's a
key
mimic.
number 2.
Yep. I'm gonna just... Because I can fly 60 feet, so I'm just gonna fly to that chest.
Wait.
Hoping...
Wait.
Wait.
I'm going to take the locket out of my backpack and give it to you.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
And the little key? The little secondary one, too?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Cost you 1 lime.
So, Darren, you extend your wings and you cross the precipice from the maze to the cavern, and all of a sudden you realize you can't fly.
I can't fly?
Nope.
So what happens? I just like jump in the air and then just like fall back down on my butt.
Pretty much. You enter the cavern basically looking like somebody just hopping into the cavern.
Oh, my wings don't work. Well, what the fuck? And then I just turn around and I, with my head down, just walk back to where David and Alex are standing. And turn around and I just kind of offer up the keys with my head still down back to Alex. Just go, well, you guys come up with something then.
Can I use my sweet new rope slinger to, like, attach to the chest and then pull it to us?
The chest is out of range.
How far away is it?
At the moment, you find yourself about 62 feet away. You're within the maze, basically.
Well, I guess I'll walk those 2 feet to be within 60-foot range of it.
Oh.
And Alex and Darren, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna.
I have an idea, but I'm gonna wait to see how this goes.
I'm just gonna do a good squint at everything.
All right, make me a investigation check.
God damn it, 12.
Everything
Looks like a
seems
cavern.
to be.
This appears to be a cavern.
Although you do see multiple piles of treasure and chests within this room as well that are kind of flanking and surrounding what looks to be the main chest.
Okay. And are they walkable?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't seem to see any traps or anything that might cause you harm if you were to enter this room.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the first chest, the closest one to me.
Okay, let's pause there. Alex, what do you want to do?
Okay, so the big chest in the middle, it's elevated, right?
Yeah, it's on kind of like a dais with a staircase leading up to
The staircase leading up to it. So we could
On a dais,
so we could just walk up to it. Walk up to the big. Could I
absolutely.
investigate the staircase?
You want to walk up to the staircase and take a look at it?
You know what I really want to do is I want to take my arrow of teleporting, and I want to shoot it at the chest so I could get myself right up to that thing.
I really like that. Okay. What does the arrow of teleporting? What is the DC checks?
Arrow does not damage. The user must get a D12 attack roll with the bow to shoot at their intended location.
All right. Roll me an attack roll with your bow.
Attack roll with the bow. And I also want to throw it out there. On a fail, I will be transported to a random location within range.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So is it a hit or a damage one with my bow?
A hit to hit.
Hit? Okay. So I got a +7. So I rolled a 13 +7, so I got a 20.
Nice.
So, Alex, you take aim from within the maze. You shoot your arrow of teleporting directly at the chest, and all of a sudden you find yourself next to the chest. And with now all three of you within this cave, the maze door shuts hard with a thunk, and you hear from all around you saying, "Dead men tell no tales."
Uh-oh.
And all the lights extinguish within the cave.
Oh my.
Find out what happens next time on the next episode of Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons.
Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons is David Beaton, the Tiefling Bard, Alex Kerrigan, the Half-Elf Fighter, myself, Darren Warts, the Aasimar Wizard, and our Dungeon Master, David Ashbaugh. We're an independent podcast that relies on you, the listener, to spread the word. If you enjoyed listening, please give us a follow on Instagram, YouTube, Threads, and TikTok at Dungeons, Dudes, Dragons, or contact the show directly by emailing us at dungeonsdudesdragons@gmail.com. But more importantly, tell your friends, your coworkers, even your pets to give us a listen. If you'd like to be featured as an NPC, or if you have homebrew items that you'd like to see featured in the show, tag us at Dungeons, Dudes, Dragons on social media. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on Dungeons, Dudes, and Dragons.